Alright, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to my first stream in a good minute. I think the first stream since I did my last stream. Wow, that's crazy. So you know, how stupid that is really dawned on me, like, as I was speaking. Like, man, it's been a while since I've done my last stream. It's almost like it wasn't since I did my last stream. I haven't been live ever since. It's crazy. It's a crazy concept right there. Anyway. Good grief. I'm dumb sometimes, everybody. It's just... Okay, anyway. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. No one's gonna see that unless they watch the VODs anyway, so... You know, anyway, we're just gonna watch some Spectate the Pros for a while. Pretty much, that's gonna be it, like an hour and a half, 2 hours, somewhere along those lines. I'm gonna be practicing my commentating skills for Seaside Summer Marina because I am horrified to attempt to commentate. So I'm getting some practice in. Also, if you have tournament questions, I will try to answer them if you want to ask them. How's it going, Candy? Didn't turn into dust? Yeah, I do good at that. Oh, this is interesting. There's a community leaderboard now, apparently, that I can see. I don't know what the heck this is. This is new. Does this show up on YouTube? I think this shows up on YouTube. What is this community thing? There's a leaderboard. You guys are on the leaderboard, everybody. Ratty, Tex, you guys are on the leaderboard with 25 experience apiece. I don't know what any of that means, but okay. This is what YouTube's doing now, I guess. I didn't turn on a setting for this, but this is what we're doing. Alright. Well, there you guys go. Oh! Man, I am surprised Gravekeeper got that. If that was me, I would've got terror shocked. Oh, Seer got clipped by that too. That's unfortunate. This is the mechanic that we're watching the Spectate the Pros thingy from, by the way. I think she was like peak tier 25 stars or just something really high, so I was just like, okay, well, let's jump on that right away because usually, especially during the off rank time, you know, higher tier players are not playing. Also, I have a fan going on in the background. Please tell me if the fan is really loud or if the game volume is really loud, because I still need to do a lot of testing on the audio mixing. This mech was double peak last season. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine double peak. I'm trying to just get to tier 7 right now on my hunter chat, and like I can't even imagine doing peak tier on 2 factions. This is crazy talk to me. Don't hear the fan? Okay, good. It's on like the max setting, so I thought it might be a little loud, but this $8 piece of foam I put on my microphone seems to actually be helping, so that's reassuring, actually. But yes, I'm excited for the tournament. I'm very excited for the tournament, but also very nervous. I was worried. Actually, here's a fun behind the scenes, everybody. So we did the announcement of what teams were chosen today. And I thought everything was ready. I thought it was good. I had the technology just updated, ready to go, fresh, you know, fresh off the press. I tested it extensively, and I was not ready. I was not ready for the horrors I was going to endure once people started using the command en masse. Like, my server shows me how much of the resources are being used. I open up the dashboard. It's like CPU 165 out of 100%. Oh, it was bad. It was bad, chat. It was a big disaster. Also, it kept crashing, and it took me like 3 hours to figure out why it was crashing, but I should have fixed it. I still have the server dashboard open in another tab just in case, because I'm still worried that it's gonna break, and I'm not gonna have it open to know to fix it. So that it's just there, eating my resources. But anyway, there you go. That's That's that. I realize I've just gotten so off track. I haven't even talked about this match at all. The evil reptilians having a struggle, it looks like. Well, actually not that big of a struggle. They managed to get the seer out of here. Really great dodge from the mechanic, forcing the basic hit. And yeah, the ciphers aren't too bad. Usually one thing that happens sometimes on... wow, I really went through usually, sometimes. But, yeah, sometimes the thing that happens on Moonlit is your ciphers all get clustered on this side of the map. I find it happens a lot on this side of the map specifically. It can happen on the other side too. But this side of the map, I think it happens a lot more, at least it does in my games. And then it makes it very difficult for the survivors to really do anything. Mechanic also decoding slower. It's going to be hard for her to prime that cipher. Gets actually body slammed through the wall. Couldn't dodge that one. And this is not the great situation. This is not what you want to see, really, when you're on the survivor side, because they don't really have a path back in. We can't see the cipher progress, obviously, but I don't think it's super high on any of the ciphers. And Gravekeeper doesn't even get the rescue off. Oh, man. Yeah, this is going downhill very rapidly. Man, I thought the survivors were doing great, and then all of a sudden, the scales just flipped around completely. Like, the table turned, like, not even just around, upside down. How's it going, Foxcana? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for popping by to say hello. I do very much appreciate it. Helps the channel quite a bit. Coordinator did get a syringe, actually. So that's a pretty important. So Coordinator can really push for a dungeon if she wants. She's definitely not going to use the entirety of the syringe right now because, well, that has two purposes. One is that to not let the evil reptilian know that she has a syringe. Two is syringe actually prevents crows. Oh my, I cannot keep track of this. She healed now, obviously, because he knows where she is. Man, when evil reptilian's in the air like that, going back and forth, playing finger twister, like, I could never. Oh, misses that jump. That's a big jump to miss. That's a big jump to miss, everybody, because now the Coordinator has a clear shot. Actually, mind games correctly at the pallet. She's almost there. The evil reptilian's gonna have one more opportunity to jump. He's underneath the thing. I don't think he even makes it. Even if he gets her with the jump, I think it's over. The body slam doesn't even have enough. She had flywheel anyway. It didn't even matter. How's it going, Yuko? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. And playing finger twister, the evil reptilian, that's what he's doing. I'm playing tongue twister, trying to get all these words out fast enough. Got practice at that too. It's too much shit I wanted to say. Although I probably shouldn't curse. Okay, we're not doing that anymore. That's something I need like to set up voice attack whenever I say like a word like that to just pelt me with a rotten tomato or something. That should be something I do. Okay, this is Champ. We'll watch this one. Pharaoh Lady. Oh, where's Cookie? Where's Cookie? I know Cookie loves her Pharaoh Lady. She loves Tide Turner on Pharaoh Lady specifically. Really, it was a good time with that. Why is the screen frozen? Oh, there we go. Okay, I guess that's something OBS is just doing now. That's alright, whatever. As long as you guys can see, I'm happy. How's it going, Star Maiden? Oh! I guess that's what happens when you play Wu Chang a lot. You just right on top of the survivor. You get that sixth sense, you know. I used to play a good amount of Wu Chang. Like, I can say this from experience, I suppose. You really do get a kind of a sixth sense on when to release your teleport, just how far it goes. It's got a certain feel to it. You know, like it... Oh, is it frozen? Wait, chat, tell... Oh, that's super weird. So when I focus the game, for some reason it freezes. Okay, well, I'll just commentate like this, I guess. Oh, nice terror shock. Okay, well, I don't know what's going on there, but I fixed it, kind of. Half fixed it. I wonder what happens if I do this to OBS. Wait, where is it? It's always on top. Does that work? Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, that's super weird. I wonder what that issue is, so I'll have to fix that eventually, I guess. I'll have to fix that eventually. Anyway, can we talk about how like in the kitchen this Wu Chang it? Well, ooh, he just got decimated by the antiquarian. I mean, 8-second disarm. You could cut her off far enough away from the chair to get a stuff under normal conditions, but 8-second disarm is enough to go all the way there. I'm super paranoid now. I'm just looking over at my recording software like, ooh, let's hope this isn't breaking. That's super weird that it's like that. I guess we'll deal with it for this stream, and I'll have to sort it out on my own time since it's fixable like this. But yeah, that's really odd that it's the way that it is. Anyway, so one survivor is eliminated already, which, I mean, is kind of just over when you think about it for the survivors. Like, that's really bad because, you know, he's gonna get the antiquarian down, probably, like, not super fast, but, you know, relatively quickly. She doesn't have too much bamboo left to work with, plus his hitbox is just ridiculous and can almost hit her outside of her own bamboo range. Not seeing that happen there. We're gonna see a 10-second disarm. In fact, but the bamboo has been completely expended, so he's going to get this down, and then the survivors aren't going to be able to... Oh, the perfumer is not even decoding normally, but the survivors are not going to be able to work on all 3 ciphers at once. The best they're going to be able to do is 2, and that's by sacrificing the antiquarian, so it's just a really, really terrible situation that they're in right here. Man, perfumer having to use a perfume and a flywheel, but at the expense of the antiquarian struggling free, and 2 ciphers have actually been done, so they're clawing their way back into this game. Barely avoids that attack, doesn't get so lucky on the second one. Eats a terror shock, although that's not like that matters too much with Wu Chang now that he's full presence. If it was early game, a terror shock is actually really big on Wu Chang because he is very scary when he has presence. I do not know what XP is, Kendrick, so that's something you gotta have to figure out. That's just the thing YouTube's doing now, it looks like. Really good perfume by the perfumer. It actually honestly gave her enough time to get that rescue a lot more properly than she would have otherwise, although I don't know why the antiquarian used the flywheel there. That's probably a misclick. Fair Lady's got the cipher halfway through, but it's probably fruitless labor because this Wu Chang knows more or less where the antiquarian is. He's going to be able to just walk off the chair and find her more than likely. Actually, maybe he doesn't know where she is. If they get the chance to prime that cipher, then maybe the survivors can scoop by with a draw, but if he knew where the antiquarian was, he could just walk at her, and he can see that that cipher's moving. You know, the Pharaoh Lady's just doing the cipher. She can't do anything about it. Awkward silence because I ran out of things to say. This is not exhilarating gameplay, I'll be honest with you. You know, I really dislike this antiquarian skin. I guess we could talk about that. And this Wu Chang skin, for that matter. You know, Wu Chang, I find that he doesn't have... Somehow hits the chair! Oh no! I mean, Perfumer's down right away again. Blink is on the table. Blink is used to go over some fences that I don't know. She actually dodges the bell? Oh my goodness, that was actually... Did she dodge the bell? I don't think she actually dodged the bell. Maybe she ran back into the bell. She got the calibration because that's what stopped her from vaulting the window, was getting the skill check. I actually don't know what happened there. I don't think she avoided the bell, but it looked like she avoided the bell because she didn't go on the floor. I don't know. Wu Chang pushing for the forced survivor elimination. Knows that the Pharaoh Lady's somewhere around here because of the tinnitus. Can probably guess that she's gone this way from the tinnitus disappearing, actually. Using a lot of the firework emoji. Pharaoh Lady actually goes over to the antiquarian. They've both opted to hide. Oh no, they're just being done with it. Yeah, they've just They've just thrown in the towel. You know what? Fair play. I understand it. I could watch IJL matches. That's true. I don't know. If the matches start getting really bad, maybe we'll switch over to IJL. I'm a little bit more hesitant to do IJL matches for the sole reason that it's like it's no longer like game content, if you will. Like at that point, it's using other people's other people's content, and YouTube can get a little bit scary with that. How's it going, Grease? Okay, I am just really confused. So if I do this, that now it works. Now it works perfectly fine. But you guys have annoying things there. Maybe I should not open this on stream, actually. Oh no, I'm just... Okay, I'll watch this match. Sure. We'll watch this match. Hold on. Let me create a better viewing experience for all of you. There we go. Okay. Does it freeze now? Okay, it doesn't freeze. I fixed it, everybody. Look at me go. Tech wizard over here. This is why I made the website. This is why I made the Discord bot. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing at all times. We have the Ripper with the Gary skin. Not a big fan of the Gary skin because it makes me very upset when I go against it as Survivor, because I can never tell when he's attacking, and it bothers me to no end when I play Rescue, and makes me very upset. But anyway, moving past that, we're gonna see him go for the Postman first. You know, I don't like to chase Big Top when I do these games when I play Hunter. Like, I just kind of see this as almost a safe zone. Like, the survivors go here, they don't exist for me. Lands a great Foggy Blade through the wall there. Postman got very greedy with that window. I would have done the exact same thing, to be honest. I would have done the exact same thing. But he's going to come around. He's going to loop this again. He knows he can loop it again. But he might not have the time to do it. Ripper's going to have that Foggy Blade back up, and he can do that wall trick a second time. Yeah, it looks like there's not going to be enough time to do it. Flywheel on the table, so we're probably going to see that coming out here. It might not be enough because the Foggy Blade is going to be used. Somehow the Foggy Blade and the normal attack are dodged, not joshed. I don't know where Josh was coming from. I don't know who he is or where he came from, but he's gone now. And another dog coming in. Now, this is a better spot, I think, for kiting the Ripper, although he does have peepers, so it's going to be probably more of a problem. You can expect him to try to bonk you through the walls, but he does show the red light, so there is that one caveat that you have to be aware of, and you know, you might not hit it. He does hit it though. Snipes the Postman out. You know, not after a pretty substantial kite though. It is pretty decent. I really wish we had the cipher progress. I wish there was an option for that. That'd be so nice. I've been spoiled from watching all the official broadcasts. I've been absolutely spoiled because they have the cipher progress, and it's actually such a useful metric that you don't realize is so great until it's gone. But yeah, here we have... Oh wait, I'm in this match. I didn't even realize. What match was this? I don't remember. I do not remember this match at all. When did this happen? Oh, here I come. Whoa, look at this, me, everybody. I'm doing so great. Look at, I'm stunning the Hunter. I'm doing everything. I'm silencing him. I don't even... Does that stop him from going invisible? I don't think it does. It stops him from putting his peepers down. Oh, I'm still there. I'm over supporting now. Alright, oh, I remember this game now. I remember it now. Actually missing that dog. You know, not the end of the world. You do get it back faster, but the Ripper does have a 15-second window now to try to do some damage, which is rapidly closing, but he's going to make it in time. He's actually used a chip damage, 2 chip damages instead of a normal hit for some reason. You know what? Styling on the survivors. I'm not going to say I respect it, but I understand it. Sometimes it just, you got to make yourself feel good inside, and being really mean to other people is a way of achieving that. Not a good way of achieving that, but, you know, it does help sometimes. Missing the Foggy Blade on the Perfumer, that's actually pretty important. Because Perfumer only had to expend one item now. He's getting very distracted by this Perfumer. Didn't even see the Knight sneaking in behind him to go rescue. And now... yeah, it's not great. The last Cypher's at 50%. Probably should be Prime now because this terrible Thief was over-supporting really bad. But, you know, it is what it is. It looks like the Kite is still gonna... It's still going to last a pretty long time. He's got 2 charges left on his Foggy Blade, but not even near close enough proximity to be able to try to use them. With 25% left to go, it's just not going to happen. We got the double body block coming in. We got the 3 Musketeers all taking hits. Stop! Actually puts them right in. Oh, he's teleported. I don't remember this. That was great teamwork. But closes the pallet on the wrong side. What is this guy doing? Oh no, the Cypher was primed anyway. It was all part of the plan. That wasn't an accident at all. And now the roller coaster is here. Oh, and the surrender comes in. During that match, I was so proud of that flywheel. I want to tell you, chat, I was proud of that flywheel, and let me tell you why I was proud of that flywheel. Because I've been spending some time recently. I've been watching Perseca, alright? I've been watching Perseca play some games. You know, like the pro player. And I noticed that they did that a lot. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it in my own games. And I did try it in my own game. And I was... oh, since when do I have a champion on my friends list? You know, and I was successful. And then I closed the pallet on the wrong side. But then it didn't matter anyway, because the Cypher was primed. It didn't even matter at the end of the day. But it was funny because I went from, oh, look at me, I'm so good, I actually did a cool thing, to, oh no, I've made a huge mistake, to, oh, it didn't matter anyway. I guess I could have just sat at the Cypher and it would have been the same outcome. But that was cooler. I got him, I lured him away and managed to get to Coaster, alright? It was all part of the elaborate plan. You know, the ruse, if you will. Oh, we got a Clerk game. I haven't seen a Clerk in a while. Where's the gay background? I don't have one. I should have prepared that. This is kind of a on a whim stream. Going, who is this? Escapeologist. Ooh, we get to see some Escapeologist gameplay. This is something we won't be seeing in the tournament, but we're seeing it now, and we're seeing just how horrifically painful it is because you can't see anything. The body clone shield thing, whatever, I don't even know the exact requirements to that. But I mean, it was effective, and the Escapeologist is he's leaving. Is that really what it's called, Escapeologist? I guess so. He's gonna use another smoke bomb here. I mean, it just is so difficult to know what's going on. Although the Clerk had his number that time. He tried to do the same thing twice, and the Clerk learned from her first error. I mean, she would have hit him, honestly, on the first time if the body double didn't exist. She has warp, I guess? Okay. That's not what I was expecting at all. Mind games him successfully at the pallet, and the Escapeologist is now down. Now, he can move his chair, which I don't think actually changes a lot in this instance. It actually might hinder him, if anything, because this is not a bad chair to be moved to. I think he's moving himself. Oh, he's moving himself over there. Okay, you know what? That's a better chair, maybe. Maybe that is a better chair because he's got the shack window that he can use still. Shack pallet is actually up still because of the Clerk ability, so you know, shack is basically completely ready. The archer is just opening a chest. I don't know what the purpose of that is. Probably to give the Escapeologist an item, I guess, because he already used both of his smoke things. And gets mind gamed at the pallet again. Man, that pallet is some bad luck for the Escapeologist. Like, he has not been fortunate with that pallet. Clerk probably going to record herself breaking that, so it's going to happen in the future, but doesn't notice the archer looming in the distance, getting the free rescue. Well, not free rescue, but getting the balloon rescue. Oh, wait, archer only has one bow left. Where did the other bow go? Okay, whatever. I guess it was missed at some point, and I just didn't notice. Now, Escapeologist, he'll probably move himself to the same chair again? If he can. I actually don't know. Can he move himself to the same chair? It looks like he can. I think he actually confused the fire investigator. Oh, but gets blocked in. Oh no! Drops the fire bag, but still, is that? It's not a fire bag. I don't know what that's called. Still gets hit anyway. Fails the body block through the window. That enclosed space. The pallet failed the escapologist twice. The fire investigator trying to be a pallet failed the escapologist. Blocks her in with the cushion. What are those called? Someone please tell me what I should call those. I don't know what to call them. It's probably just an airbag, right? It's just I just could call it an airbag. It's not a cushion. I guess it could be a cushion. I mean, low-key, I'd use that as a cushion, especially in the frog design. Call them balls. Yeah, I could just call them balls. That's true. They are spherical in shape. Although there was a time on this channel where I unironically had to start using the word spheres instead of the latter because people could not handle it. All right, it was not something that could be handled. So I really hope I don't have to do that. Anyway, so this is a bad situation for the survivors. I'm going to tell you why it's a bad situation. It's the clerk that can remove your cipher progress or prevent you from getting more cipher progress. And one of the last ciphers is in middle, which is really bad news bears because it makes it very easy for the hunter to kind of camp that out and do things. Getting some laceration from the archer, but archer's been nerfed, and that laceration is going to do absolutely nothing. The hunter is going to just take the stun instead, it looks like, instead of letting the laceration wear off. I guess Enchantress is probably trying to get near to her, maybe charge up a stun. Not entirely sure. Getting window vaulting recordings. Misses the Enchantress. The Enchantress ends up using her curse. You know, really just buying a few extra seconds, nothing major. Honestly, I don't even think I would have used that curse. I probably would have saved that because it's just not worth it for the amount that it's doing. Try to save up for a triple stack, maybe get a rescue. Very unlikely, but it could happen potentially. You know, I mean, it might actually get that rescue off anyway. The clerk went all the way here. Has warp, but it's gonna not be of any use. Ends up getting the Enchantress down instead. I mean, the survivors are really just fighting on borrowed time. To be fair, like, there isn't really any risk of them popping the ciphers, so the clerk can kind of just do what she wants here. Like, she really can just kind of do whatever. Doesn't actually manage to get the invest down with that. The invest actually gets the pallet stun. This is huge. This is a big deal. He doesn't have his second sphere to use, so that's going to be a problem. Actually gets the down, but the other survivors are healing. Enchantress has almost 2 stacks. Archer picked up an elbow pad. Like, they have items. They're recouping their resources. They're getting themselves back online. They're trying to get at least one survivor out of this match. I think the clerk can actually see them. And it is an Enchantress, so it takes an ungodly amount of time to heal. Oh, no, they were healing Archer. Does Archer have a healing debuff? I actually don't know. It took a long time. I think Enchantress might have a healing debuff. But now if you hit that Archer, the Enchantress is actually going to gain a stack because she was healed. So keep that in mind. The clerk actually misclicking the illusion. I'm not sure how much the curse had to do with that, but actually does misclick the illusion. And now stuns the clerk out of the viewing, the monitoring stage. I don't know what to call it. I need to learn ability names, chat. I think that's what needs to happen. I need to learn ability names. Archer just knows exactly what's happening. Doing the emotes. Not a care in the world. I mean, this is basically a wash. I think we'll say. I'll move on to something else. I'm using really low graphics for some reason. There you go. The bird's eye view is called inspect. Is it? What's a? I mean, I guess that's a name that makes sense. It's just not at all what I would have thought it was called. Not even a little bit. I'm getting sent more matches, I think. Yeah, this is Kendrick's playing Postman again. I forgot that you went back on your Postman arc. I'm probably in this one as well. Oh, I get to comment on how handsome and fantastic I am at Identity V Survivor. Probably flopping in this game also. We'll see. Oh, this is the Axe Boy game. I feel like I got really mad at this game, but I don't remember why. I don't remember why I was mad, but I feel like I was mad. Yeah, because he chased me first. And I put down my coffin, alright? This is a good coffin spot because it leads right into that pallet, which I guess if it's used is not actually that great. But, you know, for now it's fine. Puts down a peeper, vaults this window. Doing it average. Oh, survives that, actually. Doesn't get hit by the fireball. Plops the pallet down right in front of the Axe Boy. Absolutely no fear. Somehow survives it. Gets around, manages to vault this window as well. W Embalmer Kite right here, everybody. Another peeper has been deployed. Another fireball missed. Although it doesn't look like he's going to survive it. Does. Runs through the pallet, reading the Axe Boy perfectly. Doesn't even try to hit him with that one. Just going through all the pallets. Finally dropping one. I'm glazing myself so much. Gets hit by a fireball finally. Now back we go to this kiting area. This pallet is actually conserved, so that can just get used now. And you know, we're just looping around. We're doing it. Flywheel's still existing because we did bring the suicide build in, and gets hit by a fireball. I tried to flywheel that, by the way. I ran into that fireball with the idea it was gonna take a flywheel, and then just got dead. I think that's why this game pissed me off. Why is it dying? Please, match replay, don't do this to me. Okay, not using the coffin right away because it's there. You know, I was in voice. I'm like, I'm gonna use the coffin, guys. I don't think my kite was that strong. And everyone's like, no, it's not worth it. It's like, okay, alright, fine. So here comes in the mercenary, bringing with him a whole big pile of lag. So much lag, in fact, we seem to not have any frames. You know, the server just appears to be dropping packets just all over the floor. They've gone everywhere, under the couch, into the cushions, under the TV stand, just everywhere. The packets, they're just gone. All right, it's like a deck of cards playing 52 pickup. They're everywhere. They're just a big old disaster. You can't even see what's happening. You know, we actually got a 3. Stop the noise! Why is it this noise? Oh my goodness, that was so loud! What is going on with this replay? Oh my god! I don't know how loud that jittering was for you, chat. That actually feels like it shaved years off my life. Holy... Oh, and I tried to flywheel that and didn't either. That's why this match annoyed me. I tried to flywheel the flame twice and missed both of them. This is gonna be like when I die and go to hell, because you know, Lord knows that's where I'm going. It's just gonna be like a videotape of this match. That's what it's gonna be. Like just a big screen replaying this over and over again with the glitches and everything, just to make me very upset. Really great mind games here from the mercenary, actually. That was some fucking awesome... That was some flip-flapping awesome discipline. Alright, we're family-friendly here always. Anyway. really picking up the slack. We got the Cypher going at 60%. Pretty much primed already. And I mean... I just not looking like the mercenary's gonna die anytime soon. Still got 2 elbow pads to work with. Probably gonna use one here. Not gonna bother. You know what? I understand the theory. You know, just gonna go die in the corner. I mean, we have the resources to rescue the mercenary as the survivor, so you know, why not? Conserve the elbow pads for later in the game. Potentially get a dungeon play. Get something out of it. We do know where dungeon is, so it could be a thing. Almost actually sticking himself in the doorway, blocking the postman. Not quite managing to get it. The channel is not family friendly, but the the tournament is supposed to be. Yeah, Cypher pop happening. Unfortunately, it does have to do a bit of an unoptimal one. But elbow padding all the way over to the factory. Factory is still fresh, unused. Lots of natural resources to kind of consume still. Postman letter incoming. I don't know what this letter is going to be. It's going to be a running letter, you know, putting on the expensive Nikes now. And it's enough to outrun the Axe Boy, actually, just barely, but, you know, it's enough. He's probably kind of screwed here. No more pallet left. Everything's kind of been expended. And, yeah, it just ends, but, you know. You know. Yeah, that, oh my gosh. I don't know what was going on with this replay. It just, like, things were not the way they should have been. Things were not normal. But, yeah, you know. You know what? Sometimes IDV server be like that. I gotta remember next time that I'm streaming to play on my different phone that has actual resources dedicated on it. My replays. Wait, this counts as my replays? You're contaminating my replays with your own. Kendrick's replays are more my replays than his replays at this point. They're just all. That's all I have. Kendrick's replays are just my identity now. Anyway, we'll watch this wildling play. Show the opera one. What opera one? There's an opera one. What phone do I use? This one is a Samsung Galaxy S20. Or no, sorry. This one's a OnePlus. This one's a OnePlus. I forgot what exactly it is. It's a OnePlus something. And then the other one that I use that has actually good resources is Samsung Galaxy. That has a lot of resources and can run IDV really great. So when I stream and stuff, I should probably be doing it on that one. But here we are. Here we are on the old dinged up OnePlus. We got a journalist. We got a journalist, wildling on the same team, which is wild. I do not have a flip phone. I see we still got all the lag issues from before. That didn't go away. So that's great. I'm really glad that we get to watch the match at 20 frames per minute. It's just really awesome. You know, I was actually really surprised because I went into the store recently to purchase another phone, and they have flip phones still. Like, it's a thing you can actually still buy. Like, I did not think those were still around. I honestly did not think flip phones still existed. They do. You can still buy a flip phone, everybody. Anyway, we see Peddler. The Peddler will actually be allowed in the tournament. I do not have the Samsung Galaxy flip phone, chap. Why do you all think I have a flip phone, okay? I know it's like the thing to say. Oh, cancels the Hunter attack recovery. Yeah, one thing I've learned while playing against a Peddler, it doesn't matter what you do. You can run, you can hide, but you cannot escape the vine when it comes for you. Fantastic angle from the wildling, by the way. But when the vine comes for you, you are screwed. Like, if you get got by the vine, it's like, it's a done deal. Alright, it's done, it's dusted, it's in a museum. You know, because you are history. Oh, look at me with my wordplay. So fantastic. Not blinking. Showing great discipline to not blink on that. Just uses the doorway priestess, the budget priestess portal, and blinks the meteorologist skill. That's how you could tell the Peddler's rather practiced. Oh, are flip phones popular in Japan? Like, I could see the idea of a flip phone, okay? I can understand it, I can appreciate the flip phone, but I do not own a flip phone. I could not cope with a flip phone, I don't think. I would lose my mind. The smartphone flip phone? It flips like a phone, but it's a smartphone and has a second screen when you flip it down. Okay, now see, that sounds too complicated. Alright, that sounds like a space station if it was a phone. Like, that's what that sounds like to me. Well, this wildling is really giving the peddler a difficult time. Like, it's making this a lot harder than it normally would be. Oh, it's highly decorative? I see. Yeah, you know, I can appreciate a flip phone, honestly. Because sometimes it's just, you know, it's too much, especially for like an older individual. Oh man, I'm not helping my case here. But especially for like an older individual or something, like I get it, you know, like granddad doesn't understand, you know, like just has a agonizing time with the technology. Just a flip phone, you know, a nice modern flip phone. It's got all the fun modern things with an old sleek design. Like I can appreciate that. But I do not actually use a flip phone. Anyway, this is looking pretty good for the survivors. I was actually judging their team comp pretty hard because, I mean, the decoding just it's pretty bad, but this wildling is putting in work. Although there is one major issue right now, and that is the fact that the wildling pushed the peddler in the direction of the meteorologist, but also the fact that only one person's decoding right now. Now, it is an explorer. This wildling, I would be so mad if I was this hunter right now. Like, I would be mauling. Oh, she doesn't get under the pallet in time, though. You can see it. You can run from it, but the root finds you all the same, and now there's not even a pallet left to hide under. It feels like a crab. Their shell has been crushed. The wildling's boar is on cooldown, and the meteorologist is finally going to take her final chair. Actually, wildling gets a down tier, which is pretty wild. Pardon the used repetition of words. Never repeating the old allegations. You know what? You know what, chat? Maybe it's a compliment to be called old. Have you ever heard of somebody being wise beyond their years? That's, you know, that's what I am. I'm like the wise old man everybody respects. You know, that's what I aspire to be. Explorer's kind of just chilling, waiting for his moment to shine. And I mean, that cipher's locked off. This is why Peddler, I thought she was gonna be really good because she does so many things. But she's kind of like the lucky guy of hunters where she does so much, but is good at none of it. Well, she's good at like kind of some of it, but like not enough of it. You know, she just doesn't do enough great to be considered a really good hunter, at least in my opinion. Like, she's usable for sure. Like you can Q rank and you can do fairly well as a peddler. Oh, wait, I thought journalists didn't have borrowed time. I don't know where I was thinking that from. But like you know, you can Q rank and do pretty decent as a peddler, but she's just not good enough. Like, she doesn't do enough great. That's the peddler problem. How in the world did journalists slow vault that? You have to try to slow vault that. But fast vaulted when it mattered. Peddler will at least be a round 3 hunter. I could see her being a round 3 hunter. Mostly because round 3 hunter, all the good hunters are gone. All like the S tier hunter. Like, if you were to put this in a tier list, all the S tier hunters are gone. And round 3, it's like, you play kind of who you want to play. You play your specialty hunters, who you're good at. You know, like round 3, I could play my beloved guard 26. Oh yes, the Axis Wave Pet. I already purchased the Axis Wave Pet. I was very excited for this maintenance because of the Axis Wave Pet. It's adorable. That was the first thing I did when I logged on. It's like, all right, Axis Wave Pet. It's coming out. Equipped it to everybody. This is just ready. Just already ready for it. Big brain like Megamind? No, I am not that big brain. Although that reminds me, I need to check if my bot crashed or not. Okay, it's still up. I think I finally fixed the problem with the crashes. I'm not gonna say exactly what was causing it to crash, but it was something that I just never in a million years would have thought would cause it to crash. And it really hurt my self-esteem when I figured out what it was. It really hurt, especially because like throughout the entirety of the time, I think I've said this already, but my bot would just randomly like error out sometimes, and I'd come home and I'd look at the server and like, oh, that's weird. I wonder what caused that. I can't figure it out. I can't replicate this at all. This is super strange. And I finally figured out what it was. Oh, I finally figured out what it was. And it was the dumbest thing. It was the dumbest thing. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Ghostly? Hope you're doing well today. You do in fact see a nightmare. Ghostly is like the nightmare lord. And that is a title I'm just giving them because they played Nightmare one time in Tarot Crystal Ball mode in the JCHF tournament, and they cooked. Okay, they cooked so hard and somehow won, and everybody was happy about it. It was great. So that's just a title that I'm giving them now, and you're all gonna be happy about it. You're gonna live with it, and I will hear nothing against it. Moving on. Moving on. That reminds me. I meant to dig that clip up from me from that tournament and just like paste it everywhere. Tunnels out the mechanic. Really good. Although, you know, when you get in a basement like that, honestly, getting out with a result like this is pretty much exactly what you want. Cowboy's still in the vicinity to support. Takes the hit, but I mean there's not really a bright side to that. He takes a hit. That happens. Oh, Mechanic's on top of the train, actually giving the Cowboy enough time to come back. Here comes the Cowboy yet again. He's gonna actually have time to vault this window now. Explorer's, you know, he was thinking about going to heal, didn't quite commit to it, and here comes the Cowboy. He's returned. You know, he's like that movie sequel that nobody wanted, but you got anyway, and actually grabs the Mechanic, jumps the window, puts the Mechanic down, gets blinked, but I think, well, the Mechanic's not getting basement. That much is for certain. Is she getting chaired? Yeah, it looks like there's a chair close enough. This one spawned. What is the purple crown? I have absolutely no idea. I don't have a clue. That's just something YouTube decided they were doing now, so and I'm too lazy to figure out how to turn it off. I'm blind. What I miss? What I miss? Just see, this is why I'm always going to be commentating with somebody else. I'm going to be just carried away in the moment, and they're going to be like, well, actually, things are happening that matter. And I'm just going to be there excited. You know, things are going horribly downhill. I'm going to be excited anyway. There's no Explorer? Oh my god, you're right. Oh, you're right. That's an aeroplane. So, gosh. Aeroplanist is the new Explorer, everybody. Man, where'd I get Explorer? I think they do look kind of similar, I guess. Well, anyway. The Cowboy's coming back, carrying Mechanic. Well, how is this cipher still not done? Oh, there it goes. It heard me. Dyslexia goes crazy? It does. It does. You know, dyslexia is not bad unless you are writing a DELF, alright, a DELF exam for French. Then dyslexia is really not a good thing, and sucks a lot and causes you to lose a lot of points on the written part. Otherwise, dyslexia is not that bad. You know, it's only annoying sometimes. Anyway, going over to the Mechanic, is the cipher primed? It is not. Alright, so there is a chance. Both pallets have been dropped. I don't think the Nightmare has realized this because he dashes into one of them. Breaking both of them now, and now the Cowboy's back in the vicinity. He's coming back for the trilogy arc. He's now the third movie that you didn't want to, but got anyway. Gets lassoed by the Cowboy. The Mechanic gets lassoed by the Cowboy. The Cowboy's going to take another hit. I mean, the Nightmare can't do anything about this. The cipher's about to be primed. I mean, yeah, this poor Nightmare. I mean, he's got to just hit the Explorer at this point. Not the Explorer, the Aeroplanist. My bad, chat. Oh, the cipher pop happens. Unfortunately, probably a misclick there. Cowboy. Oh, Cowboy was on last year. Okay, all of a sudden this is actually looking not that bad for the Hunter. I mean, he knows the mechanic's general whereabouts. Maybe not exactly where she is. But, you know. I am not the only one commentating. I'm just practicing my skills. I'll be doing some practice runs with the other commentators at some point, but those won't be streamed. I just felt like streaming and commentating. I know. You all want to hear my beautiful voice. Probably no one wants to hear my beautiful voice. Calling it beautiful is actually a pretty big stretch, but yeah, I will only be doing some matches. Like I won't be doing like all of them. Which is probably a good thing because that's too much, and also other people are going to do probably a better job than me. How does dyslexia interact with coding? You know, strangely, it doesn't a lot. Strangely, it doesn't as, not as much as you would think. Like, sometimes it does. Like, I misname things occasionally. But, you know, the great thing about coding, the great thing about that is usually when you're writing code, you're writing it in an IDE. Alright, an integrated development environment. And, you know, the fantastic thing about IDEs is they have autocomplete for, like, basically anything you're trying to write. So usually, when you're misspelling something, it'll just autocorrect it for you. You know, like, that's the beauty of it. And the words are simple. And they sound exactly how they're spelt. Like, that's the great part. So, you know, it's not as bad as you think. I just clicked on the same replay. We're gonna go out of here. We're gonna escape from that. Yeah. So maybe opera match? Oh, maybe I don't know. I don't know why. How did I end up there? Well, okay, chat, what do you want me to do to be an ally? How am I supposed to do this? You know, in something that's relatively low effort that I didn't have time to to prepare for. Is Joseph's voice? Loki, I would voice an old man. I could voice an old man. I could pass as an old man. People tell me that all the time. All right, we got a sculptor game. Whoa, what was that character spawn? I just saw that. What is going on there? Big disaster, let me tell you that's what that was. Oh, there's a little girl in this game. I get to talk about how much I absolutely despise every single part of Little Girl and want to never see her again as long as I live. We can go into that rant. I actually permanently banned Little Girl in rank now, chat. Every single rank game, Little Girl is banned. Why? Not because she's good, because she's annoying. Oh wow, that connected? Man, I cannot believe that connected, man. She got Sculptor got an arm on her, like she launched that knife. Well, I guess it's not a knife, it's a chisel, but same thing. Same difference. Like immediately with the statues, missing all of the statues on the mechanic doll. That's actually good for the survivors if they choose to come rescue now. There's not going to be a lot of statues to stop that. One advantage Sculptor does have on the rescue is her rescues do interrupt somebody when they're trying to rescue, or her statues do interrupt you while you're trying to rescue. Which it used to be the thing with the bonbon bombs, used to interrupt you, but those no longer do, but Sculptor statues still work. So, Sculptor camping is still really scary, despite Sculptor not really being that meta anymore. It's kind of spooky to rescue against her, because she is able to cancel your chair rescuing timer without actually hitting you. So, a very rare trait these days. Manages to somehow snipe the chair from there. I mean, I'm talking the talk about Sculptor, rescue prevention, and mechanic just goes in, making it look easy. Does manage to find another down on the aeroplanist, though, so that's, I mean, good news for the Hunter. You know, it's a very even match so far. It's a very even match. The sculptor's really struggling to hit statues on the survivors. The survivors are doing a great job dodging them. You know, really making it very difficult. The little girl almost gets sniped out there. Not quite. Gonna be the next chase, it looks like. Just dropping the pallet. Just dropping the pallet. Going down the long, skinny corridors. You know, which normally is really scary. Oh my gosh, how did that survive? Oh my goodness. This little girl has like a protective aegis around her. Like, I cannot believe none of that hit. Somehow dodges everything. Dodges all of the statues. Avoids all the hazards. The sculptor's actually out of statues. She has nothing left. She's getting her statues back now, but I mean, what are you gonna do with just 2 statues on a full health little girl with the ciphers? They're coming up. Gets away with dropping another pallet. Oh my gosh. The kite continues. This little girl is just getting away with everything. Uses a page for good measure, just to rub it in. Just to rub it in. Another page comes out, in fact. I mean, just dodging literally everything. The sculptor just can't find a single hit. Actually ends up leaving, just like, I don't want to deal with this. Alright, this LG, it's too much. This is me in rank. Whenever I try to chase a little girl. Ooh, sculptor actually runs into a statue. No, batter runs into a statue. Oh my gosh. I need to take a minute for my brain to reset. I'm going too fast. Sculptor is impatient. I agree. Oh, that connected! I cannot believe that connect. That was the most criminal statue hit I've ever seen in my entire life. I wish we could take it back 10 seconds and look at that again. Because that... just... I'm in shock. I'm speechless. I really am just speechless. I can't believe that. I can't believe it. Actually has the tier 2 statues now, so it's going to be a lot easier to land them. This is why Sculptor, you generally see them run Insolence. This one doesn't have Insolence on. They got Trump Card Detention. A lot of times you will see the Insolence Sculptor for... Ooh, actually lands that. But you'll see Insolence Sculptor for the reason that... the tier 2 statues are so good. The tier 2 statues are just so scary. It's so difficult to dodge them. You know, a little girl's gonna have to do a lot of dodging them. Sculptor doesn't even need it. She just gets a Terror Shock outright. Sculptor just channeled all of that bad energy from missing the little girl in the past right into a single moment of rage and got the Terror Shock. Gets the mechanic down now. Warping. The warp has come out. Now the mechanic actually has her doll over here, so we'll see what she does with that. The thing about... Okay, I don't want to play Copycat right now. Oh, gets a pallet stun. The thing about Mechanic using her doll right now, she's not self-healing. The Sculptor actually just decides to go secure this. The gate is not... Okay, I said I was busy. Let's not do this more. Little girl barely escaping with her life. The Sculptor had not enough statues. If she had more statues there, I think the little girl might have been screwed, but... Man, this was actually kind of an exciting match. Near the end, it got exciting. This is a fun one. I need to slow down my commentary, I think. I think that's a problem that I'm having right now. By the way, you guys can tell me if I'm doing stupid things, or if I should be doing something better. Like in terms of the commentating, because you know, I should know. I'm here to learn. Okay, we got another one from Kendricks. This one probably includes me. Oh, this is exciting. I get to glaze myself more. I can't wait. But yeah, like, if there's something that I should be trying to improve on or something that I'm doing that's bad, you guys should tell me, because I want to become as good as I can. I'm not gonna take it personally. Alright, you could assault me all you want to. Oh, this is... I don't remember this match either, actually. We do have an opera match. Playing Thief is bad. What is it? 80% win rate Thief? Because I had a rank match where I just antagonized everybody by saying my 100% win rate Thief. And hold the phone. Why did the knight predict attack? The knight predicted attack that he was trying the big brain plays. He was trying to play 4D chess while the opera singer was just playing checkers, but the opera singer just checkmated him and using checkers. This analogy has gotten out of hand. I don't know where I was going with that. What was I even on about? Oh yeah, I was talking about my 100% win rate Thief, and we kept not losing. We were like getting a bunch of draws, and we went against an Ivy I kited first and just flopped super hard because Ivy versus Thief. Oh, this opera has peepers. That is not something you normally see. I actually dropped Blink on Opera recently for playing with Abnormal. And Abnormal, let me tell you, if you are an Opera player, consider bringing Abnormal. It will make a world of difference for you, or at least it did for me. Hello, Dancer, Pirouette, what are you doing? But yeah, it made a world of difference for me bringing Abnormal. Like, it changed my matches from mostly draws, losses to mostly draws, wins. Some losses still, because my Opera is kind of not that great, but it really helped. Although I don't think this Opera needs it. This Opera is just very practiced, as we can see. Oh my goodness. Teleports right into him. Knight getting just super unlucky with that. I can't. Damn, that shadow hadn't even expired yet. Unfortunate. It happens, and it was an afterhalf. Oh man. This is a disaster. The survivors are in a very bad spot right now. I mean, this Dancer sold by giving away a free hit. This is why we watch matches over, everybody. This is a big reason why you watch your match replays, because you see things like that and you're like, what was I doing? What was I thinking? What was the plan? What was the plan there? Taking a while to find somebody, but does eventually get to the postman. This is not the greatest area for Opera to be in, although she doesn't have too many weak areas. I think this is one of the weaker ones. At least this is where I struggle with her on this map. Postman actually running into the Dancer box, so that's going to help him probably a lot. Opera Singer's just going to take it down. Usually, this is the mark of a good hunter, everybody. Usually, this is what really separates a lot of hunters. It's not like something that actually separates hunters, but I find you see a lot of hunters that are good do this, is that they will just immediately take down resources. Like that box, just get rid of the box. Like, the box is going away. And they just take it down immediately, whereas a weaker hunter will usually just leave the box up. And I notice that's a big divide. And obviously that's not everything that goes into a hunter's skill. You know, big, obviously. But it really is a big divide. Nice flywheel from me. I'm doing great. Showing actually a good discipline on this pallet. Not dropping it. Does get punished for it, though. Does get punished. Probably could have dropped the pallet on that rotation and gone for a vault on one of these pallets and avoided all the shadow dances, and that would have been a good idea, but didn't do that. Ended up getting hit by the greed. Entomologist misses the flywheel, which is unfortunate. I should have probably brought water. I have like a little bit of old water. Not anymore, but I drank the old water. It wasn't bad. Oh, she switched to abnormal. Oh, that's the nail in the coffin. That's the nail in the coffin for this match. They're going to have to try to get other ciphers up. Well, it's not impossible. I mean, Factory's here. It's not bad. I mean, Dancer just drops the pallet over a fast box. Probably should have had a slow box there, but, you know, it is what it is. Rotating just far away from that. Actually, potentially going into the other cipher that's being decoded, which is definitely not what you want. The opera singer actually goes back onto the Dancer, not going for that cipher that's being decoded. Getting a little stuck. I relate to that with my sangria. Okay, now going back to middle. Going back to middle, seeing the postman. I mean, postman, again, this is not where you want to chase his opera. Like, this area right here, this 3 pallet is pretty weak, I think. Like, transitioning to and from that is kind of tough. You almost always have to use your carpet. It's just, you know, not really what you want to do. Postman actually gets the shadow dance out, which is a really big deal. That being missed, and you could just see that's just not it's just not a good area. It's just not a good area, and Postman is just running this hunter. Like, this hunter cannot touch the Postman. Just cannot touch the Postman. Going back to the factory cipher where just no one is, the cipher actually pops. I mean, Postman just lifted this game heavily. Like, honestly, because this opera kept going back and forth, you know, getting to and fro hits on these survivors, couldn't ever touch the Postman. Couldn't ever touch the Postman, and that was the game changer. And now we're just going to see the dancer probably just try to prolong things here. Just try to make enough time for the survivors to get to the gate, dropping this pallet. Might try for a dungeon play, honestly. Hops this window. It is right there. Flywheel to work with still. Oh, but Opera walks around, is forced to go the other way. Gets the flywheel, but it's not enough. It is just not enough. His Postman avoids the hunter better than a billionaire avoids taxes. That is a good line. I'm stealing that, by the way. I'm stealing that. That's gonna be a joke that I use on the live broadcast. I hope you know. All right, it is now something that I'm definitely using. Oh my gosh, I need water. My throat hurts. Well, it doesn't actually hurt that much, but my throat is getting scratchy. I'm not used to talking this much. Like, even when I normally stream, I'm not like constantly rapid fire, and I've been louder than I normally am. I've been louder, I think, as well. I've been getting excited. Well, I've been not that excited, but I've been trying to get excited, or I've been trying to keep the energy positive. We have a Rosemary. Is this Rosemary? I think it's called Rosemary, this skin. For the Naiad. People really like this skin. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Not the hugest fan. What is this? What is this buff? What is this one? Oh, Slipstream. Oh, I didn't know that's what the buff looked like. Okay. Shows how much I played Naiad. Have a good rest, Ghostly Luck. Thanks for stopping by. Gonna find what appears to be the Mechanic first. Mechanic also got kind of a subpar skin on. You know, I'm really just not a big fan of any of the skins that are being used, and not a big fan of this Wildling skin either. You know, let's just quickly default cheerleader skin and ugly painter skin. Everyone's got terrible skins in this match. Great. Anyway, this is a great pallet drop because, like, what's the Naiad gonna do? She has to pull back the harpoon. Took a long time in realizing that, but, you know, she's got to pull back the harpoon. Finally, just breaking the pallet, but, you know, the damage has already been done. Like, that is a big issue. Brought Patroller into this game, so also banking on a lot of water damages as well, so that's going to make a big difference. That single pallet drop make a huge difference in this match. And the Mechanic just turning into, like, the Neo in the Matrix for a second there. Dodges everything somehow. Naiad, man, Naiad hitbox. Really a big disservice right there. Now gets to the double window. Not really the best place if you're trying to kite a Naiad. But manages to survive with a double speed boost. And goes for another loop. This pallet is still up and usable. Wildling actually misses the dash. And yeah, this is looking like a down. Good kite, though, for a Mechanic. My DMs? What is in my DMs? Yeah, I realized I didn't want to commentate about it. I didn't want to say anything about that. Well, let it be. Anyway. Good dash out from the wildling, but gets hit right off, gets dismounted from the boar at the worst possible moment and takes a water damage. That is so unlucky. That is so unlucky. The timing on that has to be just some of the most unfortunate timing I think I've ever seen. I've ever seen in all of ITV. Gets forced off the boar right as the water takes the damage. And I mean, now that's putting the survivors in kind of a bad spot. Yeah. Accepted a team of mammoths. We did accept some lower tier teams. We did accept some lower tier teams. Like, we looked a lot at tier. I don't want to say exactly what we did, but like we looked a lot at tier, but we also wanted to give other teams like a chance. So we did accept some lower teams. Like that is a thing that happened and was consciously done. We did accept a few lower tier teams. Hopefully they don't suffer. I don't think so. I think it actually worked out really good. They all kind of ended up in the same area. Oh, nice dash out from the wildling again. But somehow the Naiad manages to get that. I can't believe that connects. Misses the wildling. That's big. They're really... This is a triple support on this mechanic right now. Like, they are really moving heaven and earth to keep this mechanic in the game. And, oh my goodness. The force off damage again. I'd have 2 nickels right now. It's still weird that it happened twice. Cheerleader flywheels and everything, but still, it's not enough. Mechanic's still going to the chair. Yeah. We did have one mistake. The mistake was my fault, by the way. I just want it to be known. The mistake was 100% my bad. I made a boo-boo, and other people expected me to not make a boo-boo. And didn't double check. So it's my bad. It's my bad on that. I mean, yeah, this is just looking like a clean 3 survivor escape. I don't really see a way back into it for the Naiad. Like, it's not like a hunter like Wu Chang or something that just has a really strong late game. I mean, all the pallets are just being closed down. Like, the mechanic making a fortress here. And just closing out the Naiad completely. It's kind of a fun little thing you can do, especially... Oh, taking a moment to admire the painter's beautiful artwork. It's kind of a fun thing you can do, and not a lot of hunters, but it works on Naiad, just closed pallets like that. And you make like a little bit of a castle that the hunter can't get you inside of. Oh, wildling a little bit late to get on the boar, and now is boarless. He does not have that boar. Now keep in mind, he could go to the dungeon with that boar, and he can actually exit through the dungeon while riding the boar. So, like, a potential forced survivor escape was kind of lost there. But, I mean, it's not like it matters. This is still three survivors out. Oh, my goodness. Barely avoiding that pallet stun. And now, like, this Naiad feels very lost. Breaks this pallet. You know, gonna try to get over to the wildling. His boar cooldown is actually like starting to tick down. Like the window of opportunity is closing. This Naiad doesn't need to rush too hard, but does need to get this down. Like, it needs to start happening pretty quickly here. Like, she cannot allow this wildling to kite longer. Oh wait, the replay's ended. Oh, never mind. It was just a big lag. The replay hasn't ended. People rejoice. Wildling's got 5 seconds left on that board. Gets the pallets, and he's going to be able to get back on it. Now, the question is, does he know where dungeon is? That board is going to provide him enough time to actually get to dungeon, providing he knows where it is. He could honestly even rush the gate and get to the gate if he knows which gate is open. The painter gives him another painting to look at. Another pallet stun. Well, not another pallet stun. The first pallet stun, but then now the painter's wide and exposed, naked and afraid, out in the open. Nothing to do, but the Naiad doesn't have the harpoon left. The cheerleader is cheering for the painter. He has the speed boost now. He's got flywheels still. The boar cooldown ends for the 3rd time on the demos. For the 3rd time. And now here come the survivors. They are not content. They are not content with the 3 survivor escape. They want it. They want that 4 escape. They want it real bad. Cheerleader manages to avoid the hit. Now it's all coming down to body blocking. They need to protect the president, protect this wildling. They're going to succeed in doing it. The cheerleader is flywheeling consistently into the wall, really rubbing her face against that pipe there. And yeah, it looks like the replay's ended, but this is definitely a 4 escape. Anyway, I feel like we'll do, I think, maybe 2 more. And we'll call it quits because I am, my voice is dying, chat. Cheerleader's just a bit silly. Yeah, she was really having a moment with that wall. Gift me mech skin to be an ally. Oh, I see. Enter the giveaways. This is a good way to shill the giveaways. Okay, I think I've given away like 3 of the mechanic skins. Pretty much everybody that's entered the giveaway in the Discord server. Join the Discord server, by the way. The tournament Discord, best way to stay up to date with the tournament. But yeah, pretty much everyone that's won a giveaway has been like, yeah, I kind of want that mechanic skin though. Wondering how the team selection was done. I don't want to give away exactly what it was, but a lot of it was done based off tier. We looked a lot at tier, and it's just so many high tier teams were coming in. Like we had competitive teams, like we had like Rival, Omni, like Raven, CH4. We had like a whole bunch of the really top competitive teams apply, a whole bunch of like really high tier teams. So like the decision was kind of made to be like, okay, let's make a, like a competitively focused tournament. So we looked a lot at tier. Like tier was a big factor, as well as past tournament stuff. Let's watch an Evil Reptilian game. They made 10 Twitter accounts for a giveaway, bro. Have all teams checked in? We didn't really do a check-in process, but yeah, I think we've heard from all of them. Didn't watch the second match. There was a second match? I thought there was only 2. Or only 1. Or, I think I watched like 4. I don't even remember. Well, let's watch this Evil Reptilian game and we'll end off on that one. Got a long loading screen, it looks like. Pretty sensible survivor team comp. They don't really have that great rescuing, but man, this is a really long loading screen. Like, I would have time to go out to dinner before this loading screen has ended. Saw some teams with lower tiers. We did let in a few low tier teams. Like, we did make the decision to let in a few teams of lower tiers because it felt like we were being unfair and we wanted to try to be inclusive. So there was some lower tier teams let in, but it was absolutely in the minority. I think like it was less than 5. But yeah. Anyway, I probably shouldn't say too much more about the selection process than that. It's not a good idea, especially because there might be more. Should I say this publicly? Okay. Well, I've committed to it now. there might be more tournaments done by this team in the future. So I don't want to disclose too much about how we chose, just so people don't start sending in like fake accounts that meet the criteria better, just like crazy stuff like that. Basement's not great. Basement is not a great thing, but they do have a priestess, so it could be worse. Although it looks like the perfumer's opting to come for this rescue. I mean, I would not be touching this rescue with a 100-foot pole, honestly. All right, I could be mercenary, and I would just be like, yeah, y'all got this. Y'all don't really need me, do you? Like, I just pretend like I don't exist. All right, I'm just gonna keep on this cipher machine. I'm gonna keep still. Priestess actually does manage to sneak the rescue and portals out without the reptilian knowing. This is best case scenario. Buying so much time right now. Oh man, you know this reptilian's mad. I would be so upset if I was this reptilian. Like, the post-match would be a colorful, a very colorful place. It would be a very, very colorful place. Oh, nice fly wheel from the archer. You know, just removing that body slam, putting on the laceration. The laceration is immediately removed. You know, Archer, after that, they really nerfed her bad. I thought the nerf was not going to do much, but it really, really changed things. Doesn't hit the core on the Hunter. Actually, I don't even think the bow was charged up all the way, and that 50 laceration is just going to be removed immediately. Alright, the Hunter just stands still for a few minutes, patches up their wounds, and, you know, they're good. They are good to go. They're ready for it. Just wondering, because your friends weren't selected and their tiers are substantial. Yeah, it was really hard because a lot of people were really sad that their teams didn't get selected, and I get it. I do. We had to cut so many teams, and I felt so crappy doing it. Because it's like, I wanted to let everybody in, but like, it's not a tournament that can be scaled any bigger than it is. Like, we're already a relatively small team. And, you know, like, doing a 32 is still a lot for us. Like, that is a big proportion. So, like, just going higher, like, the next logical step would be 64, and 64 is crazy. 64 is crazy. And we wouldn't have had to cut really many teams if we did 64. But, like, it's just 64 is too much. Like, it's not manageable. The time frame just wouldn't work. Like, there's too many problems with it. And so, like, we just... And that's the hard thing. It was really hard. It was really hard. Like, I did not enjoy any of the decision-making process. Like, it was not a fun time because, I felt bad. Because, you know, there's all these people that they come in and, you know, they want to play. They want to do the tournament, and we hyped up the tournament a lot. And it's like, and I get it. And I got a lot of people when we announced that. There are a few people that messaged me about, you know, like, what the decision process was, like, you know, why their team wasn't selected. And, like, well, that's inappropriate to do, at least in my opinion. Like, I get it. I get being upset about it. Like, I would be upset too. And it's just really a unfortunate situation because, like, what can we realistically do as the organizers, right? We got way more teams than we were expecting to get. Like, we were really questioning whether we were going to get 32. We had it planned out to go with a lower number and everything. So to get over double the number, you know, like, it was kind of like, oh crap, you know, like, this was not something that we anticipated to happen at all. It's like the amount of cutting just felt bad. Basically, long story short, the amount of cutting, I feel really bad, and there were a lot of teams that I didn't want to personally cut. And I know a lot of other people on the staff team didn't want to cut that ended up getting cut because what can you do at the end of the day? Like, you know, what can you do? But anyway, there's my long-winded answer to that. Going on a big spiel there. Because it was a thing that I felt like such an asshole doing. Like, I felt like such a dick during the whole thing. But, you know, when you break it down, it really can't be helped. Also, by the way, can we just acknowledge this Priestess Global Portal? Can we just acknowledge how much distance that was covering? I just want to talk about that real quick. Like they were having a little bit of a trolling time with that. Don't know what the heck that was. Staff applications are still open, yes. Staff applications are still open for a couple days. If you want to do staff, we'll look at that. Although I will say commentary schedule has already been decided and we have everybody, so the commentator one won't work, but other staff sure. Like that is still under consideration. I actually probably should have mentioned that in the announcement. you know, for people that still wanted to be involved with doing stuff. And hey, like I said, we might do more tournaments in the future, and if we do another one, based on the reception that this one got, we will make it bigger. We will make it bigger so like people are not excluded, because that is like the last thing. That is the last thing in the world that you know that you want to do as an organizer, is give people a bad experience, and like, you know, being excluded does. Anyway, I'm gonna close that off there. Okay, for real this time. I'm gonna close that off there. Otherwise, I'm gonna start saying things that I probably shouldn't be saying. I'm gonna put knowledge out there that I probably am gonna get people really mad at me if I do that. Alright, Kendrick's gonna message me. The host is gonna come in my DMs and is like, yo, 7, you're fired. Pack it up, pack your bags, get out of here. But yeah, anyway. we're gonna end with that. We're gonna end that there. There is a lot of other tournaments happening too. Like if you didn't make it in, I know there is a lot of tournaments happening as well. Like there was a Flower Fields one that was mentioned. Like there's other tournaments going on. So like it's definitely there's other places, which makes me feel slightly better about it. Kendrick, yeah, he was about to send me a cease and desist. I'm about to get somebody like knocking in the door. Okay, watch the LG match. Which one is the LG? Oh, here we go. Oh, Demon King is sponsored by NetEase? That's cool. I did not know they did that. I did not know that was a thing. That'd be great, yeah. Hey, NetEase, if you're watching. You know, our sponsor kind of only wanted to do one, so it'd be cool if you gave us funding for a second seat. That'd be great. Anyway, you know, just a thought, maybe. You know, tell your boss to tell their boss to tell their boss to tell their boss. You know, the guy that manages the money. Anyway. Oh my gosh. I've sunk to new lows, everybody. I'm on my knees begging for money. But anyway, let's do the match at hand. Another NAAD match, actually. We got two people from the Gub clan. We got a mechanic and a mercenary. Two polar opposites, you know, two sides of a magnet, if you will. You got a rescue and a decoder, doing their own thing. And then you got a little girl psychologist. Actually, a pretty good team comp. If I'm being honest, like I would like this team comp. Like if this was like ranked match, I'd be happy with this team comp. This is fairly reasonable. This is pretty good. Yeah, mechanic looks like she's gonna take a bit of an early down. Misses the flywheel, and the bot is not deployed. So this is a big thing. The bot is actually not out. So mechanic is a useless character right now. If the bot was out, mechanic exists while she's still on the chair, which is why mechanic is such a dangerous character. Or, I mean, she can use the bot to prolong the kite as well. But the bot was not used, which means mechanic doesn't exist. Mechanic is a liability more than anything at the moment. You know, which is a big problem for the survivors. But obviously, she has that rebound kite potential. That's the saving grace of still having the robot. Like, there's a rebound kite that can be done. But yeah. We got the mercenary coming in. Mercenary actually taking a bit of water. We'll see if that ends up being bad. He doesn't actually get any of it off. Gets the rescue without even taking a hit. Kind of gets away with murder there. Actually takes the water hit now. And blinks for the mechanic. You know, reasonable. Personally, I think I would have taken a double hit on the mercenary there. Mercenary going back to body block, I don't understand the logic of, like, I would have taken a double hit on the mercenary any day of the week and then blink the mechanic. Because you have blink, you have mechanic down whenever you want, basically. Blink is just being able to down the mechanic whenever you feel like is a good time. So why not get the mercenary? Mechanic's going to be up for a bit longer with Tide Turner anyway. Might as well make the most out of it. You know, if the survivors are going to force themselves up for another 20 seconds, might as well make the most out of that time. Oh, is the psychologist heal going to happen in time? It isn't! Mercenary takes the double hit anyway. And now there's no more Tide Turner. That mechanic is out in the open. She has got to use this doll. Like, this doll is the last opportunity for it to do anything. Like, it's got to come out now. It is now or never. And it doesn't. It doesn't. Mechanic going home with a full controller. A full controller in her pocket. And Mercenary is next in line on the rocket chair. This is a dire situation. This is a disaster for the survivors because they have no ciphers. I mean, they have 2 ciphers remaining, which, you know, maybe you think that's good, but then you realize that Mercenary is going into basement, and one person has to go rescue the Mercenary. So they're only going to be able to work on max 1 cipher at a time if they sacrifice the Mercenary too, but then you give the Hunter a chance to walk off the chair, so that's not really an option. It's bad. It's bad news. It is very bad news. They do have one that's kind of close, but again, it's not enough. At the end of the day, it really just is not enough, and now, I mean, they had basement. Come on. Mercenary does get out of it with an elbow pad, though, and Psychologist 3 hits are doing some pretty heavy lifting, so doesn't get watered, misses the water, which is very important for the Psychologist. They're actually working their way out of this bad situation. Good discipline from the Psych, not getting terror shocked. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Father Milk. Have a good rest of your night. Appreciate you taking the time to chat. I mean, Psychologist avoids damage. Doesn't avoid this one. But the survivors, they've gotten back on their feet. They were in a bad situation, and they've made the most out of it. They've squeezed juice or lemon. They've squeezed lemon juice out of the lemonade out of the lemon. Never mind. Never mind. Y'all know what I was trying to say, I'm sure. But, I mean, they've got their resources back. Little girl has triple pages. Mercenary still has an elbow pad, full health. Like that, like they're pretty much juiced up. They're ready to go, and they're gonna start on a cipher. This is looking like a draw, really. Nayad was in a very dominating position. Oh, but Mercenary does get double hit. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. If they go for the little girl now, like they could pressure on this little girl's cipher really bad, and that could be a big issue for the survivors. I mean, like. Now I don't see a way that they come back. I don't see a way that they come back anymore. Unless that they can't chair on the little girl's cipher, unless Mercenary made enough distance. Maybe Mercenary made enough distance. He might struggle free. If he struggles free, it's over for the Nayad. Little girl Paige is actually coming in clutch, and now the Mercenary's out. Mercenary's out. This is worst case scenario. This is what you did not want as the Nayad. Blinks. Oh, gets the hit. Little girl did not manage to get the body block, but I don't think it matters because he's just going to run away. That Cypher's going to get more decoding. They're going to force it as far as they can. What can you do as the Nayad here? You can't do anything. You can't go back over there. So now, like, you're just going to try to bring the Mercenary all the way back. You're going to try to water off the Cypher probably. Can't go through that pallet. Tried to get greedy with it. Little girl came in just in time. Going to push the Hunter away again. Mercenary struggles free again. Double struggle out. It's unheard of. The Cypher just pops. I mean, why not? And now we enter into endgame. Pallet stun to add insult to injury, and you know this Nayad is mad right now. You already know. How's it going, MG? You already know this is such an upset Nayad. I would be pissed. I would be so mad. I would be just cursing up a storm. I would go in the post chat, and I'd be like, you are so lucky. This is not lucky at all, but that's what I would be saying. I would be coping by saying that. And I mean, will the Mercenary get the gate open in time? Nayad can close distance pretty quickly, but the gate opens faster. And out goes the Psychologist probably. Nayad can't get there in time. Teleports on a 30-second cooldown, and it's over. It's a done deal. The deal has been sealed. Dang. Good match. That was a fun one. But I think with that, I'm gonna close it out there. Go drink some water. If I had water, maybe he'd go for a little bit longer, but something about lemonade. That wasn't dyslexia. That was just me being terrible with an analogy. I was trying to say something about life giving you lemons and making lemonade with it, but it just became a big mess really quickly. it just became a big mess really fast. Oh, I should get the MRC pet as well. That's kind of cool too. That's also kind of... Oh, I didn't mean to buy 120 fragments. Stupid... Okay, whatever. It's fine. Okay, I mean, I need to stop clicking red dots. Thank you all for watching. This is probably going to be the last stream I do before we go live with day 1 of the tournament. So make sure you turn your notifications on because you don't want to miss that. We're going to be going live probably a little bit before 12 o'clock, a little bit before noon on the 12th, but the actual matches aren't going to start until around noon. So you're gonna have time. We got all the graphics and everything. Oh man, I'm excited. Just make sure you got those notifications on checked. If you're ever gonna click on one of my videos, click on that one. Click on that one because it's gonna be a great time. We're gonna really enjoy it. But with that being said, that is it. I am signing off until the tournament stream. So yeah, take care of yourselves, everybody. I will see you all when it's time for the event.